Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting us today. My name is Frank McCartney. I'm the Diversion Outreach Coordinator with the Philadelphia Division of the Drug Enforcement Administration. And with me is my partner, Bob Nix. Both of us are really happy to be here and really are very passionate in spreading the important word about prevention and encouraging prevention in the community. And we're looking forward to having you folks take up the role of prevention within your own communities. So we want to share some information with you, perhaps clarify some misnomers, and hopefully do some myth busting.
And I'm Bob Nix Reports, and we're, like Frank said, we're from the Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA. And as many of you already know, every year we continue to lose tens of thousands of people to drug overdose in the United States. In 2019 alone, we lost a total of 70,980 people throughout the US. And just to give you an idea of the impact of that, that's 194 people a day average. And if you take a look at the photograph of Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Philadelphia Eagles, every seat is full with fans, the players and the staff on the sidelines. And take a look at the next slide. It's empty. That gives you an idea of the impact of the losses that we have had in 1 year alone, 2019, from drug overdose. Now, every loss is tragic. And unfortunately, opioids continue to take more lives than any other drug class. And that includes heroin, fentanyl, prescription medication and pills, and counterfeit medication pills that are out there. And we'll speak about that. But worse yet, unfortunately, we are now in a drug epidemic that's within a global pandemic. And today is a call to action for all of us to get together and really focus on drug education and prevention, which is so crucial to our youth and young adults. Now, while treatment, recovery, and eliminating stigma are so crucial to helping all those that are struggling with substance use disorder, drug education and prevention is just as crucial now, so we can teach our young people, give them the information, give them the skills and the real information so they can make safe, healthy, drug-free decisions and choices. So what we did today was we set up a short Mythbusters session because there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of mixed messages out there. So we're going to get started. And what we like to do is, as substance use disorder affects every community, we want to empower our youth with and clear up some misinformation and mixed messages with the Mythbusters.
The first myth is sort of a two-part type of situation. First, a lot of people believe that everyone's doing it. And secondly, they also believe because everyone's doing it, the likelihood of addiction is low. Well, first, let me set you straight on the fact that everyone is not doing it. Only about 25% of high school students experiment or do recreational drugs on a consistent basis. The other myth, I'll never get addicted, is a big one, and I'm going to show you some information regarding your brain. And this is really important information to remember because a person of your age, a young adult, has not fully developed their brain yet. It takes 25 years for the human brain to develop. Partaking in such substances as alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, harder drugs will have a negative impact on your brain development. It will cause permanent disability in the fact that you won't be able to ever reach your full brain potential, okay? The other reason that it's important to understand about the brain is that if a person such as a young adult as yourself understands the risks that are involved with certain behaviors like drug use, the likelihood of that behavior occurring decreases. And a person that delays beginning using drugs or substances of abuse, the longer they delay, the greater their chances are that they will not struggle with addiction later on in life. Another myth is I'll just try the safer substances. Most are legal and for adults anyway. Products like tobacco, alcohol, and vaping and marijuana are examples of things that are legal. However, they're not necessarily the best choice or safe for you as a young person. Another myth is that prescription pills and medications that come from a pharmacy or a doctor are somehow safer. And it's true, prescription medicine can be used in a safe way. However, many people abuse and misuse prescription medicines, and many people lose their lives as a result of this abuse and misuse. And the most common source of these prescription pills and medications are from friends and family in the medicine cabinet.
We are asking you to step in and help us save our future leaders. Behind your pills and hiding your prescription. Behind your pills and hiding your prescription.
Now, another myth is I just use pills and will never use street drugs like heroin, fentanyl, and others. First of all, let's talk about fentanyl. And we're talking about the illicit fentanyl, the illegal fentanyl. It is a synthetic made opioid, and it's about 50 times stronger than heroin. If you take a look at this next picture with the penny on the left-hand side, the little specks of white powder, that's a lethal dose of fentanyl. Take a look on the right side. That is called carfentanil, which is a variant of fentanyl. That is 10,000 times more potent than morphine, which is used to make heroin. That is an elephant tranquilizer. Unfortunately, the fentanyl substances have taken more lives in this region than any other illegal drug out there, and they continue to do so. Worse yet, fentanyl shows up and it's being mixed in almost every drug out there. We've seen it in commonly mixed with heroin, with stimulants, cocaine, methamphetamine, many pills. Any pill that you can get from a pharmacy, you can also unfortunately get on the street. And the problem is that many of these pills we have seen contain either partial fentanyl or all fentanyl. So understanding the risk and how deadly even using any substance on the street, including any pill, could be just as deadly as taking the prescription pills you get from a pharmacy. So we have to understand the risks that are taken. And again, fentanyl being the most widely used and the most lethal drug that's out there right now that is killing more people than any before. The next myth is only adults and professionals can make a difference. This is so false. What can youth really do? The truth of the matter is, you are not only the future, as you hear oftentimes, you are the present. Making the best and healthiest choice is not always the easiest. Find your passion. Find your goals and dreams. Your passion could be music. It could be scouting. It could be sports. It could be dancing. It could be art. Whatever it is, find a healthy activity that you're passionate about as alternatives to starting to use drugs in the first place. And it's more than just having information about how dangerous drugs are, but be prepared. We don't use scare tactics. We just want to give you the real facts based on science and research so you are prepared. Know that you're going to face a lot of tough choices and decisions. Be prepared to make the right healthy choice every time. Some of the things you can do, first off, most importantly, live drug-free yourself. Be a positive role model for your siblings, for other peers, for your schools, and even adults. You could be the difference in someone's life. Spread the message. Now that you have the facts, learn more. Have the conversation with friends and adults. Be a friend. Help others in need. Most importantly, get involved in the community.
DEA has a lot of resources that are available online for both parents and young people. I'd like to start with Operation Prevention, which is currently being used in many schools to talk specifically about opioids, but there's other drugs available as well, including marijuana and methamphetamines. Get Smart About Drugs is a resource that's found on www.dea.gov and give you a lot of information about the different drugs that are out there and what repercussions there are when abusing these drugs. Just Think Twice is a website, www.justthinktwice.com, specifically for teens and young people. And it goes through a lot of different scenarios and a lot of information that Bob and I covered today. Campus Drug Prevention is a college campus resource and a website that's geared towards that age group.
And the last resource we want to talk about is Operation Engage, which will begin in January of 2021. This is a comprehensive approach to drug education and prevention, working with all our partners at all levels. We will be conducting this operation throughout the year and in years to come. And it'll focus on adults in the community, coalition building, schools, youth development, youth leadership, workplace, drugs in the workplace, and many other components. It'll involve all sectors. So we really look forward to working with you in Operation Engage, and below are some of the hashtags and the website. If you want to, it'll contain many resources that are easily accessible to all. And know this, working together, we can all make a difference. So we really want to thank you for the opportunity to talk today. Know that we put all our resources together, working together, we will make a difference. We will address this epidemic that we're in today. So thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you today. And we look forward to working together in the future. Be safe.